The first one, Lee, when it comes to building your mindset to grow your network, is attitude is everything. If it is to be, it is up to me. That if I want to go build a community and build a network, I have to start the process. I might be scared. And Lee, if you saw me 15 years ago, I had acne all over my face, very insecure, very immature. You get to know me today, I'm probably still a little bit immature, right? I think all guys have a little bit of childish enthusiasm to them. But what I was taught was this. And when I was learning my financial services business, is I had to go meet people. They said, hey, you got to go meet your clients. You got to go find some teammates. They said, well, where do you do that? Out there. I said, out in the streets? They're like, yep. I said, okay. And so I went out in J.C. Penney's when they were still around, bought a little suit, and I started to go to work. And I had so much insecurity that, Lee, I couldn't look you in your eye. I didn't know how to talk to people. But what happened is I got the reps in. And then we called it prospecting. But what happened is, through my maturity in businesses, I said, I can't keep approaching people with an opportunity. I've got to just develop the relationships, and everything else will take care of itself. And what happened is I implemented what is called the 3-foot rule. If I'm within 3 feet of somebody, I always say the word hello. How are you? I look for something that I can strike a conversation with. Because, Chance, you're one introduction away from changing the trajectory of your life or helping somebody else in their lives. So when I meet somebody, Lee, I look at the ability of how can I bring value to you immediately. Let's just say you are a business owner at a networking event, or you're just an employee or something like that at some job. I want to bring value to you in some facet, even if it's just to make your day. How are you? Start with being kind with people, right? So many people are so negative in this world. We got to find a way to be positive. And once I've got someone's contact, Chance, this is where I really start to dive deep into actually getting on their radar. I would recommend, if you're brand new to this, send out 3 to 5 new messages a day to engage with new people. That might be face-to-face. That might be through social media. That might be through LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Find people that are within your industry that you need to connect with, or within your client base, and send a message to them just to engage. Hey, I noticed it was your birthday. Happy birthday. I noticed it is your work anniversary. Happy anniversary. Facebook's a little bit more personable to where you can actually comment on their stories. You can comment on their families. Hey, you got a beautiful family. Just wanted to say hello. This is who I am. And then every day, set up 10 minutes to call people that you want to get on their radar. Lee, I do this when I'm in my car. When I'm in my car, I turn the radio off. And I say, okay, who do I got to call? Boom, 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 boom. And I always say, hey, so-and-so. Hey, just want to say hello. Just thinking about you. Want to see, how are you doing? How's your family? Is there anything I can do to help you? And you won't believe the reps of doing this. Eventually, someone says, I do need that. Okay, let me find out who can help you. You'll get a lot of this also, Chance. I don't need anything right now, but I just appreciate the call. How many people on a daily basis call you just to say hello? Can we agree? Very rare. So if you want to stand out, do something that stands out. All right. So these are a couple mindsets that I like to take in. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You can have all the greatest sales pitch in the world, but if you want to get someone's attention, show them how much you care, Lee. Chance, show them how much you care. I love this phrase that Brad Lee says. The more hands you shake, the more money you make. When I hear that, it takes ownership. It allows me to take ownership and control of my business, of my network, of my community. Are you telling me that if I just go shake enough people's hands, that it's going to help me get closer to my goal? Yes. Are you telling me if I shake the right people's hands, it'll help me get into new rooms? Yes. Chance, how does it feel to know that you could meet one person today and it could add a big client that add more revenue to your business next month?
Awesome.
That's the piece you want to make. And then think of it like this, Rachel. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. There's nothing worse than feeling regret of saying, man, I should have talked to them. What if I would have just said hello? What's the worst they were going to tell me? No, I'm not interested, or sorry. So we got to get in the mindset of helping people. Get into the mindset of you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. All right, as we're wrapping this up, a couple other things I want you to look for is say yes to all opportunities. You know, Lee, I've said yes to opportunities that I didn't know how I was going to do it. The how didn't matter because the why was bigger than the how. You know how I figured it out? I just put one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, and I just kept moving. And when it comes to doing these events and putting people in rooms, I thank God that because I said yes to this program, I'm sometimes in rooms that I'm like, how did I get here? Huh, thank you, God. All right, we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna see what comes from it. Lee, this right here, the secret weapon for me, is promote other people's businesses when they're not around. Talk about other people when they're not around. Say, hey, you've got to get with my buddy Chance. He has got the greatest security company out in the Orlando area. He actually covers all of Florida and Texas, but he's got one of the best companies that does that. And then, obviously, we're talking to Rachel. Rachel's got a med spa that she helps people in this area. Go out of your way to help other people make money. Isn't that an important piece? That if we just focused on other people, it will indirectly come back to us. One thing that I tell people, Chelsea, is this. Talk about other people's business without expecting anything in return. It's not about getting a referral fee. It's about planting a seed that, hey, listen, because of you, you help me make money. You help me bring in revenue. You help me get another client. You help me get a new relationship. Chance, how many times have we heard this one? Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. We have to work hard to network with the right individuals. Like Jesse Itzler said earlier, it's not about collecting business cards and names and numbers. It's about building those meaningful relationships and actually doing the right thing and executing in business. When I go to networking events, Lee, the one thing that I look at is I focus on serving versus overselling. I'm in financial services. Everybody, their mom can go get a license to do what I do. I put all my stuff in my back pocket. I said for the next 45 minutes, I'm here to learn about them and how I can help them. And believe it or not, after I leave the event, people are saying, I don't even know what you do, Miguel, but thank you for your time. I'll meet with them for coffee 2 or 3 weeks later, or 2 or 3 days later, and we start to build that friendship. And before you know it, they're a client. And before you know it, they're giving referrals because I focus on the individual, not the product or the service. Look at this one. I said it again. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. I think that was worth saying twice, right? And then Chance, I'll leave it here. It's the secret weapon to helping to getting on people's radar and networking is this phrase right here. How can I help you? How can I help you? So many times in business, we're so focused on making on ourselves that when we turn the attention to other people, they're just flabbergasted because most people don't ask them that stuff. Lee, when was the last time someone said, hey, Lee, how can I help you in business? Without asking anything for return. But if someone did that to you today, would that mean a lot to you? And that's the important piece. So I like to say this. Network your way into rooms by serving, by focusing on building intentionality of building those relationships. And when you make those relationships, execute on them like crazy. You're one introduction away from really changing the direction of your life and where you're going. But it's all on the basis of serving. So that's what I got for you. Any questions on that? No, we're good on that. I think that's the important piece of today's message. We talked about mastermind sessions, mastermind groups. Why don't you, over the next 2 or 3 days, look for people that, hey, I want to build a relationship with that person, and then strategically go about doing that. Lee, do you use any kind of AI in your business or your networking? Do you mind sharing what you do?
I help people sell their businesses.
So is that merger and acquisitions? Is that what that is?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're in a really cool business. You have to go find the
It's
businesses. What is the revenue that you're looking for? Is it 5 to 10 million or 5 million and lower?
It's not revenue as much as where we are. Well, it is revenue, but on the bottom line side that we use as our barometer. So I'd say it's probably something on a minimum of about $150,000 of cash flow, bottom line, not top line, bottom line, and up from there. I mean, we've got some multi-million dollar businesses listed for sale right now.
And what got you into doing that?
Well, it was I lost my job in the banking business, and my partner, I knew my partner as a referral source, and he kept telling me, you'd be really good at selling businesses. And I just always said to him, well, commission doesn't work well with my budget.